So every time a new season comes around, TikTok collectively decides what the vibe is going to be, and fall might be the most powerful of them all. Because suddenly, the moment September hits, or in this year's case, July, we're all supposed to be Gilmore Girls characters sipping pumpkin spice in a coffee shop with a trunk full of fall or Halloween decor, smelling like a pumpkin spice vanilla cinnamon girly. And what's more is that fall was starting to get pushed to us even earlier this year, and unfortunately, I partook in that. If you watched 5 Things We Normalize and Overconsume Without Question, part 1, you would see that I absolutely fell for the fall decor a little bit this year at the beginning of August. Don't get me wrong, I love fall. I love cozy. Fall is a season where I feel like I peak in happiness and contentment. But with this, I also feel like TikTok makes it very easy to feel like you need to step into the checklist that they outline through content to just partake in all the fall trends, just to feel like we can really step into fall. And most of the time that checklist seems to come with a very hefty price tag or just a lot of clutter because now you have to store everything that you've bought this year once the fall season is over somewhere in your house. So just like I did in the summer, I made a video where I talked about TikTok summer propaganda that I'm not falling for this year. And so with fall being pushed onto us, I decided I'm going to do a TikTok fall propaganda. This was actually requested by one of you guys. If you have any other future video recommendations or requests, leave it in the comments. So today we're talking about TikTok fall propaganda that I'm not falling for this year, and trust me, I have been tempted by some of these things either this year or in falls in the past. Grab your coffee or your pumpkin spice if you're already deep into it, and we are going to talk about a trend that absolutely dominates every single September, which is Gilmore Girls. Every single August or September, TikTok collectively decides that it's Gilmore Girls season. As soon as Gilmore Girls starts playing on your TikTok feed, you know that the fall season has begun. Now, I have tried really hard to get into this show. I have tried so hard. I've tried multiple years in a row, and no matter how many times I put it on, I cannot get into it. And when I tell people that, the reaction is always the same.
Oh my gosh, how are you not into Gilmore Girls? It's the best show. It's so cozy.
You would think with the way they react, I would tell them that I hate puppies and don't like coffee. Meanwhile, I very much like both of those things. But anyway, Gilmore Girls does not make the list of things I'm into. I don't know what it is. The aesthetic is there. It's absolutely gorgeous. The coffee shop vibes, I love it. The witty banter between Rory and Lorelai, sure, love it. But I'll get 3 or 4 episodes in and I'm just like, I don't see what other people are seeing, I guess. My brain's like, no, we're done here. But every year I try again. I have not tried this year, although I was tempted to maybe put it on in the background in the mornings and see if I could get into it that way, because TikTok and influencers and just regular day-to-day people always feel the need to post about them watching Gilmore Girls. And they make it seem like it's this magical fall experience that everyone needs to partake in at least once in their lives. People post those montages, leaves falling, the cozy fall decor in their house, the la 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 music, and their giant mugs of coffee. And I think, okay, this is the year I'm gonna get it. And it just never happens. That's the weird pressure of this whole thing. Social media makes it feel like you need to adjust your habits based on the season, what shows you're watching, what books you're reading, what drinks you're drinking, just things like that. And while that may be true for some habits, like you can't run in the winter and just things like that, you need new routines, new shows, new aesthetic, new decor in your house. Literally, I've seen people replace every single decor item in their house with something that aligns with the fall aesthetic. And I'm just like, holy crap. I look around my living room downstairs and think, wow, this does not feel like fall, but I'm okay with that because that means I'm not spending a lot of money on things, first of all, have no space to store after the fall season is done, and also not spending money on things I don't necessarily need to spend money on. There was a book that I was seeing online that was promoted because it fit into the fall aesthetic, and it is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Lori Gilmore is the author. And I went into this book with very high expectations because Book Talk hyped this up. I was seeing it all over the place. People were including it in their fall aesthetic videos. And so to step into that cozy season, I was like, okay, I need to read this book. It was not as good as it was hyped up to be. I'm going to read you guys this review that I wrote, and maybe you'll agree with me if you've read this book. If not, that's okay. And if you are planning on reading this book and don't want spoilers, you can skip ahead. But I said, I went into this with high expectations because it was so hyped up, and while this book was satisfactory, it didn't live up to the hype for me. Right away, you were introduced to both the main characters meeting and immediately they fall in love. There was no build up regardless of if that was the attempt, it was immediate. Perhaps I'm more into a slow burn romance, but if that's what you're expecting, this is was not for you. It also didn't really give much of an insight into the character's past. You read a little bit, but I do wish Lori expanded on that and really dove into and explored the trauma each character went through. It felt flat to me like a typical Hallmark movie, but in a book. Part of the plot was the mystery on who was messing with Jeannie's cafe and seemed to be a pretty major plot line, but it fell through the cracks the further you got into the book and became way more about Logan's abandonment issues. Speaking of which, he did seem very needy, and I say this as someone who also has abandonment issues. He gave "I want to keep Jeannie here forever" vibe. In fact, he said that in the book, and for a second I thought I was reading a thriller where the guy wants to keep the victim locked up all to himself. All in all, while this book was an easy read, I definitely expected way more from it, considering how hyped up it was. So that was my review of this Pumpkin Spice Cafe book, and it has a lot of really good reviews, but it just goes to show how trends can influence books, TV shows, things of that nature, and make them seem like they're better than they are. And for me, I feel like Gilmore Girls is just way overhyped. Way overhyped. And if I'm wrong, try to convince me in the comments. Tell me why you like Gilmore Girls. Try to sell me the show. There's a little challenge for you. But anyway, if you are into books and you're a reader, my sister-in-law, our friend Beth, and I have created a podcast called Plot Twist Please that is launching September 8th. So you're watching this on September 1st. So a week from now, we're just friends sitting on my couch with a whole bunch of different blankets and just having good chats. We all also have very different vibes. So I'm more reserved in the books I will read, but I'm open to reading about them, while they are very out there with the books they read in the tropes. So it makes for a very interesting dynamic. If you're interested in that, all the links are in my description. For me, the one thing that I'll rewatch every single year without fail is Harry Potter and the Harry Potter series. That's my comfort. That's what makes me feel like it's cozy and that it's fall time. But for some reason, me saying that makes me feel like I'm breaking some unspoken rule. Gilmore Girls is apparently a non-negotiable for fall, or that's what it seems like. I think that's where a lot of the pressure comes from when everyone on TikTok is doing the same thing and you're just like, I don't like that. It's easy to feel like you're missing out, even when you're not, because fall does not have to look like one thing. It can look like whatever makes you happy, even if that's Hogwarts instead of Stars Hollow. And if that's not Hogwarts, then something else.
Since it's August, there's no time to waste. My mom and I are officially deeming it the start of a Gilmore Girls fall. If you're unfamiliar with this sort of fall series, my mom and I were the curators of the infamous Meg Ryan fall of 2024. So in 2025, it was only right to think outside of the box and inside of the coffee cup. In order to have a true Gilmore Girls fall, we have to dive into every single aspect Kirk style, so you know we're going to be thorough. And regardless of where you actually call home, this series is meant to inspire you to bring a little bit of that Gilmore Girls magic to your world with, a bit of an elevated moments twist. So in the coming episodes, we'll be covering all the bases: fashion, beauty, home, activities, and naturally, food. As we gear up for this, be thinking leather blazers, vintage denim jackets, a classic dark lip, tailgates, homemade Bloody Marys. We're here for you this fall to walk with ease in all of Lorelai and Rory's steps. So strap in for what we humbly like to call the internet's most coveted, binge-worthy time of the year, if we do say so ourselves. We'd love for you to join us on this nostalgic journey through Stars Hollow, so you can turn wherever you are into Stars Hollow this fall too. Stay tuned, we will see you soon, but until then, there's a lot of fun stuff on the way.
Okay, so her and her mom did post like a whole bunch of different videos trying to help people step into their Gilmore Girls fall aesthetic. Hair, fashion, makeup, like just transforming people into a replication of Rory and Lorelai. So the Gilmore Girls franchise have kind of infiltrated every single aspect of fall. I mean, kudos to them for being that successful, but it seems like people really want to become Rory and Lorelai in the fall time and emulate that. And while that may be fun, I don't think we should necessarily be trying to become a fictional character. In fact, I think anytime a new season comes, that should be a new opportunity for us to step into who we want to be and to better ourselves, and ourselves meaning who we actually are, not trying to become a fictional character or emulate a fictional character. Because the minute we do that, the minute we try to become something we're not or someone we're not, that's like taking a step backwards into what you're trying to do at the beginning of the year when you set all your New Year's resolutions. That's my thought process this anyway. If you think the same, let me know, but that's just my thought process. Trying to become a fictional character in a book or someone on TV or a celebrity or trying to become or emulate an influencer, for example, those are all steps backwards. I feel like no matter how much you try to become a character in Gilmore Girls or try to achieve that Gilmore Girls fall aesthetic, it's not going to live up to the hype that you think it's going to. And no matter what you try to do, it's probably not going to feel like a Rory and Lorelai fall. You can try very hard to emulate that, but you're going to spend a lot of money on new clothes. You're going to spend money on dyeing your hair. You're going to spend money on makeup products or things to make you feel like you're Rory or Lorelai. And to me, I think that's a very big waste of money. If you are going to cosplay a character, in this case, try to use stuff you have at home in your closet. Try to do stuff like that because you're not going to be Rory or Lorelai year round.
Let's do a huge fall shopping haul. Now, it's not really a fall haul without some Gilmore Girl items, so the first thing I want to show you guys is this sweater that I'm wearing that I got off Etsy. It's like a crew neck style with the stitch detailing, and it's just so nice, so well done. It has the books, the town gazebo, coffee, and then it says Stars Hollow, Connecticut, with the little snowflakes around it, and I figured it was just such a cute Gilmore Girls sweater that I can wear in the fall, especially this really beautiful color. And then I also picked up another one, that is in this chocolate brown color, which I'm obsessed with. So cute, so fall, especially with these colors as well. It says I'm in autumn, like, you know how Richard says, and I just thought it was so cute, so I had to pick it up. Keeping up with the Gilmore Girls theme, I got this cute Luke's cup cozy on Etsy as well. It's handcrafted with yarn, and I just thought it was so cute to kind of keep in my purse or keep in my car, so that whenever I order my coffee, I can slip this on and kind of have a little taste of Luke's.
It's really not a fall haul without some Gilmore Girl items. Flashback to the first point, everything is Gilmore Girls coded. The next piece of propaganda I'm not really falling for this year is the pumpkin spice everything. And I'm not just talking about like pumpkin spice drinks because I love myself a good iced pumpkin chai tea latte, okay? One of my favorite drinks ever. But pumpkin spice season is basically its own economy at this point. The pumpkin spice latte drops and it's like the start of fall for TikTok. And listen, I'm not here to shame anyone for enjoying a latte. Like I said, my favorite drink ever is the iced pumpkin chai tea lattes. I like them probably a little bit more than I should. But this flavor or scent has impeded every single thing we can either ingest, inhale, or absorb through our bodies. It's not just limited to a tasty drink anymore. It's pumpkin spice candles, pumpkin spice protein powder, pumpkin spice lip balm, pumpkin spice candles. There's even pumpkin spice deodorant now. I don't need my armpits to smell like a pumpkin, but thank you, marketing teams. I think what truly gets me about these products is that people don't really necessarily like the products. I don't know about you, but anything pumpkin spice smelling, it's first of all overdone. It sometimes smells very artificial. And every time I go to HomeSense, I do try to smell one of the candles. All the fall candles are mostly pumpkin spice scented. And I don't know what it is. I just don't like that scent at all. I think I'm more of like a sweet candle smelling person, like a sugar cookie or something along those lines, but pumpkin spice is just not it for me. I think what it truly comes down to is the aesthetic of the pumpkin spice. I've seen people buy candles that they admitted don't smell that great, but they bought them because the candle holder is in the shape of a pumpkin. It's not about actually liking the candle or utilizing it. It's become more of a decor piece in their home. And I can't speak with judgment on that because I've debated doing the same thing. There was a video from the 5 Things We Normalize and Overconsume Without Question video where we talked about fall decor. And there was this one video where she had these pumpkin candles in her cart. And I admitted in that video that after I saw it, I went to HomeSense and Winners and tried to find that candle. Not necessarily because I liked the scent, because I honestly don't know what scent was in those candles, but because I liked the candle holder and like the cup it came in. One thing that we really need to ask ourselves when we see these trends online and are debating buying something or looking for something or partaking in a trend, we need to ask ourselves one of 2 questions. Do I even like this, or do I just like the idea of it? And 9 times out of 10, I just like the idea of it. I like the idea of having this aesthetic pumpkin candle in my home and never burning it so it stays around forever. I like the idea of achieving ultimate coziness. I like the idea of having that same vibe that I felt in that TikTok. This is a totally normal feeling to feel, and brands, influencers, and marketing teams know exactly how to invoke these feelings in us and take advantage of us. That's their job, okay? That's their job to do that, and they do it well. But while that's their job, we need to be more mindful of what we enjoy and what we like and what scents we like, and not be so eager to jump in on a trend just because we see it come across our For You page. This video says going to Target to find all the pumpkin spice things. Pumpkin spice Oreos, pumpkin spice mochis, just pumpkin spice grams, pumpkin spice cookies, cupcakes, muffins, cheesecake soft baked cookies, more cookies, ground coffee, creamer, pumpkin cheesecake ice cream, pumpkin pie spice cereal even. So you can see how the pumpkin spice flavor has infiltrated every single food item you could probably think of. I think personally pumpkin spice flavored things should be limited to coffee or chai lattes. Why does it need to be spread out across every single food item like cereal and just I don't think this stuff would actually taste that good if I'm being completely honest. But you guys tell me, because I'm not going to go out of my way to purchase these food items just because they're pumpkin spice. Like, I'm not going to do that. If you've tried them and they're good, let me know what you think. Now, this next section of fall propaganda that I'm just not falling for this year deserves to have its own video at this point, because the videos I've seen are just a little bit insane and a little bit over the top, but we're going to be talking about fall body care. I could not even scroll for 2 minutes on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube without seeing someone's fall shower routine or fall body care routine. Not once in my entire life have I felt the urge or the need to replace all of my shower care products and body care products and everything I put on my body to fit a fall scent. Not once have I even heard of a person in real life that I know doing that. It's also completely normal for people to use up everything they have in their shower, their one body soap and their shampoo and their conditioner before going out and buying another one. But the hygiene influencers on TikTok are trying very hard to normalize having a whole wall of your room dedicated to hoarding body care products, or going out to shop a fall everything shower routine. Meanwhile, they definitely have a million products at home that would work perfectly fine. The propaganda here is the idea that your basic hygiene routine needs a seasonal overhaul every 3 months. If you feel like you have to buy a fall scented body lotion that's $16 just because it's starting to get a little bit colder, that's TikTok doing its job a little too well. Just replaced every single item in her shower with something that is fall scented, and not just fall scented, but also fall color coded. Oranges, beige, browns. It's all gotta look like it's meant for fall. It's not even about achieving like a fall scent at this point, because some of these products are probably not even scented like fall scents anyway. It's just because it fits the aesthetic of the fall colors.
We're going hygiene shopping for a fall shower routine. It's August, so that means it's officially fall in my book. Dove came out with their fall scents and I love those. So let's go make a shower routine. First, we're starting with body wash, as always. Obviously, we're gonna start with the pecan butter crunch. This is so delicious. It's just so sweet and like buttery. This is Dove's #1 scent they've ever made. So we gotta do her first. And then we gotta get a body scrub. And obviously, I wanna get the matching one. I love their scrubs. And like I said, this is just my favorite scent. We're just gonna get the set. As always, we got a double cleanse. So we need to get a bar of soap. I think I'm just gonna do the shea butter, honestly. I don't really see anything else. So we'll just grab this. I feel like this definitely goes perfectly. Now for my favorite.
I need to know why they constantly have to feel like they need to do this. Like, why do you have to like extend all your fingers? Like, it bothers me so much, and it's such a little thing to be bothered by, but there's nothing more annoying to me than seeing a hygiene influencer go like, we have to do this. Oh man, like, just girl, relax.
Can't cheat on EOS for this routine because they're just made for each other. But that would go good too. Literally gonna smell like a fucking cupcake. Now we need to grab a shaving cream, and y'all already know we are going for her. We could do this one as well, but I love a shave oil. Perfect. And last but definitely not least, we need to get a body spray. Honestly, I already know what I'm getting. Cozy Fireside S'mores by Bodycology. This is so good. It's a fall staple for me. It just literally smells like fall. And layered together, chef's kiss. Okay, why is this routine literally perfect? This is going to smell so delicious. And even though it's fall for me already, I literally start celebrating fall August 1st. This really gets me excited for fall, like the cool weather, pumpkin patches. I cannot freaking wait. I'm literally using this whole routine tonight, so let's go check out.
The thing with Victoria, I've featured her in a video in the past where we talked about shower routines. She is a fragrance influencer on YouTube, on TikTok, always posting about shower routines back to back to back. Like, most of her content is, let's pick out this shower routine and let's go to the store to pick out this shower routine. So what I'm trying to get at here, she has so many products at home that she's probably not even touching. And she's going out to buy something else to show people which shower routine would emulate fall the most. While she's showing buying these products, she probably already has them at home. Like she said, some of these products are staples for her, and fall starts for her on August 1st. So that means she's probably already picked up these products before. I also think she might be a Dove partner. Not saying that's a matter of fact, so don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure she is, which explains why she is always promoting Dove's products. Victoria posted that video on August 19th. And then then not even a few days later, hygiene shopping for mango hour shower routine.
We're going hygiene shopping for a mango shower routine. I have been obsessed with Paul React's new perfume, Mango Hour. Literally cannot stop wearing it. So I need a shower routine to go with it. So let's go, besties. First body wash, as always. We could just go simple and do a mango.
I feel like this annoys me just as much as people tapping on products is the straight arm with the straight fingers pointing very aggressively and like doing this very aggressively. It bothers me just the same as people tapping on products. Let me know if it bothers you as well, but this is just something that irks me a little bit when I come across these videos. They all do it. So it's not just limited to a Victoria. They all do it. It must be like in the hygiene influencer handbook. Anyway, so she posted that let's go shopping for a fall hygiene routine on August 19th. And then 3 days ago, which would be, when I'm filming this, it would be 1, 2, 3, August 26th, she posted, let's go shopping for a whole mango body care routine. So not only did she buy a multitude of products on the 19th, but now she's also buying a whole new routine to match the scent of the day again. I totally get if these influencers were going to the stores to try to show you guys what routines to buy in order to achieve the scent that you are trying to achieve. That would be a more reasonable and more financially responsible way to be a fragrance or hygiene influencer. Especially if they've used the products before, they know exactly how they smell. So they don't technically need to purchase a whole new routine. They can just say, hey, let's go to the store. I'm going to show you guys all these different scents to achieve this blank scented shower routine. But the thing is that she's showing herself actually checking out and buying these products as well as other products in her cart. So not only is she influencing hygiene routines, but she's also influencing a massive amount of overconsumption. And I don't want this to get misconstrued. I have nothing against hygiene influencers. It's just them partaking in a massive amount of overconsumption. And I don't even want to hear it's their money. That's not an argument to me. Overconsumption is still overconsumption, whether it's your money or not. It still affects all of us. It affects the planet. Don't come for me with that. She doesn't need to go out and buy a new routine every single time because she has a massive collection already. It's unnecessary. It's overconsumption. She can still do her job without purchasing all these items. And the last thing we're going to talk about is Halloween trees. And I didn't know these were a thing until I was scrolling on TikTok or Fall Talk and they came up. When did Halloween trees become a thing? I have no idea. I could not tell you. A few years ago, no one was doing this. No one even thought to do this. And then someone on TikTok did it and then it became a trend. If you haven't seen it, it's basically taking a Christmas tree, like a full-size tree or a fake tree, depending on what kind of tree you like, covering them in skeleton ornaments, spiderweb garland, little witch hats, and basically turning Halloween into Christmas. And they look amazing. I'm not gonna lie, some of these setups are very creative. They look nice. Depending on what you decorate your tree with, they can either look very tacky or very cozy. Totally depends on what your style is. But it's also very extra, in my opinion, for a holiday that only lasts technically one day. Christmas is different, in my opinion, because you have 3 different days. You have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, and the tree also serves as a purpose. People put Christmas presents under it. It's been a tradition for I don't even know how long. Halloween trees have no purpose other than just being in the corner of your house. Unless you get presents for Halloween, they serve no purpose. It literally serves no purpose. I saw someone on TikTok the other day saying, I can't wait to put up my Halloween tree this year. As if this is a normal thing we've been doing for years. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, did I miss a meeting or something? Because when did this become a thing? And let's be honest, this is not a cheap trend. After you decorate your house for fall, now you're buying these little trinkets and these little Halloween ornaments to put on your tree. This kind of stuff adds up, and it also takes up a lot of space when you're done with it. Halloween is literally one day. One day. I understand this trend a little more if you're doing a full-on spooky fall vibe and you're leaving it up for September and October. That makes a little bit more sense to me. You're going for a theme and you're committing to it. But personally, having a bunch of spooky decor everywhere for 2 whole months is just not my cup of tea. But if you love that vibe, kudos to you. I couldn't do it. It's too spooky for me. I'm a scaredy cat. I can't do it. But I'm not falling for the Halloween tree. Keep in mind when I do these videos, I'm talking about stuff that I'm not personally falling for. If you fall for it, if you like to do these things, that's totally on you. Like, no judgment at all. But for those of us who don't want to be influenced to partake in these trends, these videos are for you. So while if you do these trends and you get a little bit offended by what I say, please know it's not personal. It's not judgment on you. It's just I'm not personally going to fall for these things and partake in these trends. And these videos are just me sharing that. Me personally, instead of being a spooky person, I'm more of a cozy fall person. I like having the blankets. I like having the pumpkins. I like just having the cozy vibe emulated in my house. I don't like spooky stuff. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and see a skeleton staring back at me, or waking up early in the morning and having some ghoul looking thing staring me down. It's creepy. It's going to give me nightmares. I can't do it. So that is it for the TikTok fall propaganda that I'm not falling for this year video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got a little offended by what I said, I am sorry. It's just stuff I'm not really into myself, and that's totally okay. We're all different people. This is my channel. I'm going to talk about what I like, what I don't like. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you see fall trends or fall propaganda that you're not into and not going to fall for this year, let me know in the comments what they are. I'd love to hear what you're not falling for. God bless you all, and until next time.
Well, how excited are you?
I'm excited. One of those moments where, you know, you look forward to something, but you're worried it's not going to live up to the hype. That's how I feel right now. Oh my gosh, this is the worst unboxing ever.
Yep.
Remember your first subscriber, your 100th or your 1000th?
1,000?
1,000. Another Suze used them for you. Chances are you do, and we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000 frig subscriber.
Great unboxing.
This is why I'm not an unboxing or review YouTuber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Yours sincerely, Neil Mohan, YouTube CEO. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but let's see. Wow. Very cool. Thank you, YouTube.